can you fight?
Can I fight?
Yeah.
You want to try to test me out or something?
Do you have like martial arts training?
No, I got that dog in me. I got like fighting instincts.
I know street martial arts.
Probably like I had over 70 fights.
And then I would just like that.
Just stomp on the foot.
Probably start with a kick.
Hey, 1, 2, 3. And
That's a good hook.
my face is red.
If he's a dude, probably go for his balls.
Are you aiming for a specific target with the kick?
The groin.
I still ended up in handcuffs.
I can't incriminate myself.
Did you end up fighting someone, Josh?
Is there anything stealable in here? No. Okay.
Welcome to Pegasus versus the Worlds, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel.
City boy! City boy!
I thought this was fun. It's called I Investigated Why People Think They Can Fight. I think most people think they can fight, and most people can't. This is on Josh Beam, BJJ channel. This fool is dope. It looks like I am. No, I'm not. I'm going to subscribe right now because I actually F with him. He did this super dope. Oh, yo, fighting 20 strangers to test my jujitsu. Nah. He did one where it was like fighting 20 white belts or something crazy. I saw it. It's fire, dog. Like, I really like this dude's channel. He's like a purple belt in jujitsu. I think he might have won a world's tournament or something. Like, he's legit. And it's just crazy the level he's at just on some purple belt shit. Because I'll keep it real. Like, I'm a brown belt, and he'd probably F me up if I'm being honest. Just, I'm not a competitive brown belt. I treat my bank account, that's where I want a black belt. So, like, everything else is kind of secondary. I treat creating content like, you know what I'm saying? But I love jujitsu. I've been in it for a long time. Anyways, I respect this dude. Go check his channel out because we're going to react to this and watch it and have a conversation. I'm going to skim through it. It's a 22-minute video, so I don't want to hijack all of his content. Please go watch the original there. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. But I think this is great because there's this concept of people thinking they can fight. Even this is what's an interesting concept. Martial artists thinking they can fight without being put in that high pressure situation. What I mean is there's a difference between that guy that just grew up rugged and literally was in a bar brawl every weekend versus, let's say, a karate dude, maybe even a karate master who's only done a point sparring tournament. Now, that awkward point sparring, that kick might end up to a knockout with the bar brawl dude, but if a dude has years under his belt of just brawling with people, these are the things you look for if you're about to get into an altercation. If their ears are effed up and if they got big ass knuckles, dog, like those knuckles where they just been hitting shit for years, you're like, I'm going to take today off, man. Today they chose, because the thing is, skill matters, technique matters, and most of the times technique and skill level will trump just whatever. However, you develop skill by experience. And if you in those high pressure situations fighting other MFers, it can equate. Anyways, let's see what's up. I think this is going to be an interesting video. If you rock with me on Black Pegasus, like, share, comment, subscribe. Link in the description to my other channels. Let go.
Okay, we're good. We're in San Francisco, by the way. We're gonna go ask people if they think they can fight. Excuse me. My name's Josh, by the way.
Hi, I'm Josie.
My thinking is that a lot of people are really overconfident with their fighting skills if they haven't actually trained. We're going to...
Yeah, I think he's probably right with that assessment from the jump. If I'm being 100, because everyone I run it, they're like, especially men, we have this thing like, oh, I can fight, dog. Like, I've been in this, that, the other. And when you really go through the training experience, especially with jujitsu, because like jujitsu every day, like we're sparring at a level where you're like feeling the pressure and the force of another human being, and you're trying to get around that. Now, there is not any punching, but the reality is if you just know simple, like ha, and can get in and grab someone, I mean, you're in your world, and you spar there every single day. So, anyways, let's go.
Around just asking people if they think that they can fight. We're going to the happiest place on earth, which most people think is Disney World, but it's actually Mission Dolores Park. Everybody's here. How's it going, sir?
How is it?
What's that? I think he's a bit incapacitated. The main reason I'm asking people this is actually because of another YouTuber.
What does this freaking goober want?
Sensei Seth is dope. He's fire. Bro, I found all these fools' channels from watching Shredded MMA's channel. Yeah, the homie Chan out there kicking ass, sparring everybody. I found all of these channels. I did a reaction and watched his channel, and I watch his channel a lot. I love Jeff Chan's channel, Shredded MMA. And then the algorithm fed me Hard to Hurt, Coach Seth. There's this other karate dude. I can't remember his name off top. He goes around. Bro, I love, like, this is honestly, like, bro, if this is the type of channel I wouldn't mind doing, right? Like doing like a jujitsu channel and traveling and doing like experimental stuff. It's just hard for me to put my body on the line at 45. Like, I can't do the aggressive shit that this dude's doing because I've got injured in jujitsu, anything catastrophic. But for me to get to train while I'm in my 60s, I have to start training. I had to start training very different right when I hit 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my way to 46 as we speak. So anyways, but I love these channels. And there is a way to do martial arts at my age with this stuff, but I just kind of blew up in the music reaction space. So we'll figure it out as we go. But I love these channels.
Say, Seth,
Yeah.
do you think you can fight?
Yeah, of course. I've trained for 27 years.
But what about Josie?
I've been in one fight when I was in middle school, and I just curled up in a ball, and I am so not a fighter.
Would you ever like consider training like some sort of martial art?
Maybe if I was like freaked out enough to feel like I had to.
So what would you do today if like you had to defend yourself?
I would scream.
So you could definitely go out there and get in a street fight and walk away unscathed.
95% of the time.
And what about the other 5%? What are you worried about? Give me your wallet.
Oh yeah, sure.
Hurting someone worse than I have to, being hurt worse than I have to, a loved one being hurt worse than they have to, getting into a fight and then losing my livelihood. That's probably it. Just those things. So why are you asking all this?
So I'm asking you this because I copied your entire video, Why Do People Think They Can Fight? It's because I wanted to see if I would find out anything different than you found out. That's because not only am I in a completely different city than Seth, but I also went to more types of locations. One of them was the same as Seth's video, a public park. But I also went to a weightlifting gym and the dangerous downtown area of San Francisco.
Have you done it already?
Yeah, so I went out there and did it, and I thought the same thing, because I get so many comments on my videos too about people who like think they have a really good understanding of how the fighting should be going down in like these videos and stuff. And I wanted to see like if those people, how many of those people are actually out there in the real world. Cool, thank you very much. Okay, so that was actually a very reasonable person. All right, let's find someone.
That's tight. That person was super reasonable. And this is what it takes. Honestly, the first step of martial arts is being aware, consciously aware. So one of the things that I've learned in martial arts is always to be aware of what's around you. Because if you're aware, you can typically dodge a fight. You can dodge having to defend yourself. If you're not drunk, if you're not sloppy, if you're aware, if you're not looking down at your phone, if you're paying attention, you can dodge the ruckus before it gets to you. That's the first key of martial arts. All martial arts training is be aware and try to dodge it before it happens. And then there's other like small nuances. Don't ever try to fight. Even if you've trained 30 years and you're a beast with everything, if someone has a knife or a gun, don't even think about it. Try to get out of that situation, period. You know? And if you can't, then you gotta evolve. No little things, but you know, dude, fighting is complicated and more people in society there's a huge part of the society is not learning to fight. But this part that is, they're really good now because the internet has turned them into beasts. They know all this little intricate stuff, and you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised who's, oh yeah, I trained MMA for like 2 or 3 years. That's enough to be able to F up the average person, you know, straight up. Anyway, let's keep it rolling.
Else. James, nice to meet you. Do you think you can fight? I got all the same answers you did.
No. No, dude. I just, yeah, okay.
No, not really.
No.
There we go.
That was until I went to the other locations, but I wouldn't know that until later.
It's just, I don't know. I guess that I would have to turn my conscience off. You know, even if the guy didn't hit me back, there still would be a lot of trouble about it. Like, yeah.
That AC/DC shirt is wild.
You know, especially since, you know what, I'm 43 now. That's more than old enough to be arrested for assault and battery.
Right. I was almost a little bummed out because I wanted to find people who were like the comment section.
All right, go watch this video in its entirety. I want to skip forward to all the people that thought they could fight. Like, I think that's gonna be fun. Which I think it's all the gym bros. I guess we could stop on some of these. Hold on, let's just see what's up real quick. Let's see what this dude is talking about. Again, the reason I'm skipping through it is not because the content isn't dope. It's because I want you to go watch it in its entirety on his channel. So go to his channel. Let's plug it one more time. Josh Beam BJJ. All right. He actually has some really good stuff.
People are fighting. What do you think makes a difference?
I think a knowledge of geometry, how the human body is formed.
What's your go-to takedown? Yeah.
So you're coming at me, Waylon.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of try to come in and then start tripping legs. The problem, though, I think with because is they might have like needles and stuff on that. Obviously, you think about like bloodborne diseases and stuff like that, and like taking somebody down on concrete, like that's gonna hurt.
I crashed today. I was riding my bike today, smashed my head on the concrete.
Oh shit!
The helmet saved my life. If you don't have a helmet when you're riding a bike, it's game over.
That'd be the same thing if you got taken down on the concrete.
Exactly.
Yeah. Since I didn't find what I was looking for, we headed to the next location, but we ran into somebody else on the way out. What's your name, by the way?
Kyle.
Josh. Nice to meet you. Can you fight? Do you think you can fight? No.
Oh God, no.
What do you think you would do in a self-defense situation?
Exit the premise as soon as possible.
What if you were kind of like forced into a situation where you had to fight? What would be your strategy?
Depending on how bad the situation is, nothing's off the table. With me, of course, it's probably unprovoked, so...
Kicking the nuts.
Yeah. What is a move for somebody like me who's not versed in fighting, no background at all?
The rear naked choke involves cutting off the blood to both carotid arteries. And this is what it feels like. So once you start to feel kind of weird, just tap my arm.
Yeah.
What do you think would happen if I didn't let go?
Well, I would lose consciousness. I mean, that's, yeah.
Here,
So
you
my
can-
bicep and then my forearm would have to go around.
And hell yeah, bro. My face is red. Yeah.
Very little effort, but a lot of control. That was exhilarating. Is that something that you would try, a position you would try to get into in a fight?
I'd probably pop this under. I can either continue to the back and take you down. I could even take you down from here.
Slider. Concerned girlfriend.
We're all okay. So I'm just
I
here.
am taller.
Yeah, perfect, yep.
So my girlfriend and I, we have an app together.
Oh, do you?
It's called the Weekend app. Yeah.
What is that?
It's like a TikTok for events.
Well, thank you, bro. It was time to leave, but
You know what's interesting? That's my approach. So it just depends. Like everything starts standing up, right? So a lot of times people are going to be swinging haymakers. So you just want to be able to protect yourself, move and shake, and know when to kind of like do takedowns because the chances of someone kicking you or kneeing you in the street. Hold on. What's up, baby? Nice. Come in here. I'm actually talking about this. So, anyways, what I was going to say is a good self-defense mechanism that I personally like, because you have to think I'm a smaller person, right? I was 5'11". I'm shrinking. I'm like 5'9" now. But bigger people, and I weigh like 160. So if someone weighs 185, 200, that could be problematic. The one thing I always learned and from my coaches is just the arm drag. Grab the arm, get behind him, start the choke. Right? He's doing a takedown, but a takedown takes a lot of energy. You sometimes have to lift the dude up, but just the arm drag here, let's demonstrate real quick, okay? Put this down 1 second. Just 1 second, okay? So, face me. We got to show the people. So, an arm drag is you just grab their outside arm. I'm going to grab this one so you guys can see it better, and then you bring them like this, and then you go right into the choke, right? All right, let's see. You try your arm drag on me real quick. Nice. Then put in the choke. How did I show you the choke the other day? Remember it? Just behind. You got little arms. I'm gonna give you a pass. You're doing good. Glad you. All right. Let me live. Let me live, man. Dang. Okay. I'm gonna finish this video. Do you want to watch it with me? Because I don't want to get distracted. I really want to let people know they're talking about going up to people and asking if they think they can fight. And a lot of people are oblivious to that. So I'm not really playing around in this video like we do sometimes. So you can stay or go. Do you want to stay or go?
I want to stay. Do you want to try these crackers?
In a little bit, I'll come upstairs and do that.
Well,
I want to go. He's going to go to the gym. I want to see what the gym bros have to say. All right. Here we go, you guys. We're still rocking.
And they all said the same thing. Jay, nice to meet you. We were going around asking people, can you fight?
Probably not.
No?
Only if need be, I guess, man. Yeah, I don't train for it or nothing.
What physical attributes do you think make a good fighter?
I don't know. I guess you'd have to ask one, though. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Yeah.
And then we ran into...
That was cool. That was respect. Like, because a lot of times the gym bros will be like, yeah, I'm tough, because they look like they can fight. Like, when you see a muscular dude, that's intimidating immediately. I remember anyways, my brother was always super big, and I remember I had this homie who was a menace. He got in brawls, street brawls, in prison, in the streets, and he always just looked at my brother like, oh, your brother could probably mess me up. And I'm like, honestly, you've had more physical experience fighting really challenging people in life than he has. But just because my brother's physical appearance, he was just like, yo, your brother would probably take me. But the thing is, his mindset was different. He said my brother would probably take him, but he'd be down for the get down. And that experience would probably have benefited him in that aspect, because even though my brother was bigger, my brother had less experience, like real life fighting.
To the same problem as before. Everybody had some level of training. Can you fight?
Sort of, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I train here and there, just fucking around.
Oh, cool. What kind of martial arts do you train?
Kickboxing.
Justin, nice to meet you.
Hi. Can I fight?
Yeah.
Well, I trained for many, many years, so yeah, I trained at AKA right when it opened up.
Sick.
So yeah, when I grew up, it was normal to fight like at the schoolyard and bar fights and stuff. Guys weren't stabbing and shooting. God forbid nowadays you come across someone like you that knows jujitsu, and I mean, size is great, but a good jujitsu guy will take almost any guy in this gym, you know? Fighters train to get strong, but it's not going to win or lose the fight for you.
Enjoy your workout. Same thing, though. He said he'd rather DS.
These people know. Like, these people are very self-aware. All these people he's interviewing understand. That's so great. That's good for society, because, like, it seems like on the internet and all these World Star videos, you see a bunch of people who just have no self-awareness, and they're out here swinging like, they like fighting like this and doing all this weird stuff. You're like, bro, that... you will get hurt by a real fighter, dog. Anyways, let's see. Okay, let's see if we got one here. We're going to get off this reaction here shortly. You have anything to say, boo-boo? You just watching with daddy, huh? Okay, well, if you have anything to say, you can always say it. But I'm glad you know your arm drag. That's going to serve you. That's good to know. And just bring someone, like if someone ever messes with you, you just get behind them like, stop, get away, whatever. Females have something different to deal with, because men per capita are typically a little bit stronger. So women, you know, they have a whole different angle to look at self-defense.
Characters in it.
Did you get in trouble? Did you end up fighting someone, Josh?
Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if I could ask you a question real quick. Do you think you can fight?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I
nice.
can, like, defend myself.
Do you have, like, martial arts training?
No, I got like fighting instincts.
Do you think that's like more mental or more physical or what?
A little bit of both.
I felt like the whole video would have been full of this, and it hasn't been. This is what I thought would be the common reaction to someone being asked if they can fight, especially being a man, because everything's kind of on the line. And you know what was really cool is everyone was really middle ground and nuanced and conscious of their fighting level. What's up? Yeah, sure. Yep.
Okay. More mental, yeah, definitely physical.
If somebody approached you right now to confront you, what would your strategy be? If you couldn't run and you had to like engage in the fight, what would you do?
Well, you gotta have to fight.
And what would be your opening move?
It depends what the opponent is doing, right?
Say they were just like pushing you or something.
You know, there's just a push, and then there's an aggressive push. I have to decide.
And say they swung on you.
Oh yeah, then it's over. Yeah, okay. Then it's over. Probably start with a kick and then a bunch of punches.
Say the fight is like getting to an end. You've managed to like beat them up. What do you do next?
No dirty moves. Neutralize the threat and walk away.
What do you think, like physical attributes wise, makes a good fighter?
Yeah, like strong legs, right? To keep your balance. Good arms, like, you know, heavy arms.
Okay.
You gotta also know how to punch, right?
Yeah.
Some people, you know, they're strong, but they don't know how to fight.
So there's people who have self-doubt because of...
All right, we're gonna get ready to tap out, but I think that's a good one to tap out on. It seems somewhat ridiculous. So for someone who's admitting at some capacity he hasn't really been in that many fights, to say in a street fight, if someone swung at you, so meaning they tried to punch you, your first resort is to throw a kick and a bunch of punches. Like, I'm just going to tell you guys this. I did karate the most of my life. I can kick really well. Okay. I've done a little Muay Thai, some kickboxing. My thing is jujitsu now, but I also wrestled. And I'm going to tell you, the last thing you want to do just typically is just kick someone, right? Because the chance of you losing your balance and falling on the concrete is really high, especially if I'm saying especially for someone like that who's not like, just kicking in the moment. And so I think knees and elbows and, takedowns and get to the back, I think these are going to be more successful. But just saying starting off with a kick kind of tells you where his mindset's at. And a kick can offset like a good boxer, but you really got to know what you're doing. So like, I could afford doing a kick because I know how to kick. And if I got taken down, I understand where I'm at on the ground, right? But most people don't. So if you're a limited fighter, the last thing you want to do is a kick. You don't want to end up on the ground. You don't want to you see what I'm saying? So I don't know. Anyways, what did you want to say? We're about to tap out. Yeah, because we're about to go. Anyways, let me know what I got, what I missed, you guys. I enjoy these type of conversations. If you guys show up for more of these videos, we'll do some more. I know fighting is kind of random for the channel because the channel specifically, more so comedy, trending topics, and travel. But it is Pegasus versus the world. We got to verse something. Anyways, hit this button right here for your boy, and we're getting out of here.
City boy!
That's that last one. Hit it again. And we out.
City boy! City boy!